Hi everybody, it's Audrey. This is day 9 of my 'Tis the Season Holiday Scrapping and Winter Pages series. I am using the beautiful December Hip Kit Club kit, and I love the colors and the paper in this kit. It's very different. It's not your traditional Christmas colors, red and green, or winter colors for that matter. So there's a little bit of orange, and you can see kind of the blue and a little bit of yellow there. So I am using this piece of paper from, I think it's Pink Fresh, or not Pink Fresh, Pretty Little Studio, and the papers are so pretty. They look like mixed media backgrounds, so if you don't like to do mixed media on your page, you can just use the background paper as is, and it looks like you created it. But I am going to only use a piece of this paper. I really wanted to focus mostly on these like blue and orange colors, and I'm going to use the Lindy's Stamp Gang powders that are in the kit and try to match the colors a little bit. They actually match really well. I'm very surprised how close these colors are to the pattern paper. That isn't even the same brand. I'm going to try to recreate this little bit of orange here by using some of the pink and the gold powders. And then I don't think I put gesso down. I did not put gesso down on my cardstock. Not sure why, I just didn't, and but it still comes out just fine. So I'm trying to match the blue, and I'm trying to match some of this orange. And these powders, I put way too much on um, my plastic there. It's just, you really don't need a lot of the powder, and you just activate it kind of with water. So I took the pattern paper and I had ripped it at an angle, and then I love the look of the torn edge like that. And then I'm going to go back, I added some mixed media underneath so you can see the white of the torn edge a little bit. And I'm just going to put a little cluster of mixed media over on the left too. So I have a little tiny spot of yellow that's on the pattern paper, and the yellow Lindy's was not, it was more of a gold. It wasn't like a bright yellow like the one on the pattern paper. So I am using, this is Heidi Swap Color Shine in Mustard to try to pick up just a tiny bit of that yellow. And if you watch my videos, you know I love to make my visual triangle with 3 elements or 3 colors and try to balance that out. So I'm going to do 3 areas of yellow. And some splatters of blue. Okay, so I have a ton of excess powders here, and so I'm going to go let my page dry, and in the meantime, I just put water on this. I'm going to press it down and see what happens. Um, so it's hard to see here, but there's piles of powder, blue powder and then the pink powder. You can kind of see the pile of pink and then the yellow powder. So I'm just going to go through and add some more water, and I'm just going to just spread the powder out a little bit. And I absolutely love how this looks. I love these colors. This would be so pretty for a fall page. So you might see that again. It took a while to dry, and it's very deep in the colors. I don't know if I'll use it with this kit or use it for something different, but I just thought I'd show you. I do that often I don't always put that in my videos, but if I have a ton of excess ink or mists or whatever I'm using, paint on the plastic like that, I will go and just press it on a separate piece of paper and hopefully use it someday. So I'm going through the die cut ephemera pack for the kit, and I'm trying to pull out really soft elements that have the same colors as the colors on my page. So this photo, so when I was thinking about what I want to document for Christmas and the holidays, I took this photo. The kids and I are sitting on the couch, having popcorn, watching Elf in front of the fireplace in our cozy jammies. We got blankets. Actually, the popcorn is gone in this picture, but it's one of my favorite things to do, and we love to sit around and watch Christmas movies. I mean, who doesn't? And I just love to stay cozy, and I'm a real homebody in the wintertime. I don't like to go out much in the cold. So we are often watching movies and Christmas movies, and we have a fire almost every day. We have a ton of firewood. It stays pretty cold here all winter, not very many days above 32. So, anyway, that's what we like to do. So I thought I would document it. So I'm using snowflakes, of course, because it's chilly, and I love the little rose gold letters that say "Stay Cozy." And yeah, so I added the snowflakes there, and went through some other bits. And again, I'm sticking with the blue and peach and yellow colors. This is one of the 3x4 cards from the Project Life, or Pocket Life, whatever they call it, kit. And I'm just going to add a slight yellow matte to my photo, just to make it stick out a little bit. So I'm just going to play around with these embellishments. You saw I fussy cut out a white snowflake, and I'm going to keep that white snowflake in the bottom left. I put a little house in there because, you know, this photo is about staying home, and then the sweater, of course, for staying warm. And I don't have any other red on the page, but I really liked the red heart, and I thought I added just one pop of color, and I'm going to keep it right in the middle of my photo there, kind of on that negative space in my photo. So I was trying to add this wreath die cut in because I liked what the round shape of that wreath underneath the sweater brought to the page, but I don't think I end up keeping it there. Gonna go through these back with these letters, these alphas and stickers, and pull out a couple of these. They look like little asterisks, but I'm going to use them kind of as snowflakes just to kind of pick up on the rose gold from the title. And I put a little pair of socks on there too. When this paint dried, when this mixed media dried, I couldn't believe when it dried how close it really is to the original. It almost looks like that this paper was meant to be like that, that it came like that. Okay, so I added some of these gems. They're from Prima. They're not enamel dots. I mean, they're sticky in the back, but they're more glittery, so they're not like plain enamel dots. And I scattered those on there, and now I'm going to start adding some things in, sticking them down rather on the page. And I'm going to use some foam squares to just give everything a little bit of dimension. So I took off that round wreath die cut, and instead I decided to go through and stitch a circle behind my photo. So I'm using a circle template. I always get asked about that template. There you can see my circle is stitched. I just stitched in white thread. That template came from the Crafter's Workshop. I love it because it fits exactly a 12 by 12 page, and I think it has circles that are every ½ inch in size. I don't think they make it anymore. I got it a really long time ago, so that's where I got it. Yeah, it's one of my most used templates for sure. So I added the die cut in that says "'Tis the season to be freezin'," and then I put "Stay cozy" underneath. I kind of liked that. The rhyming title, and then with the "Stay cozy." And now I'm going to start committing to these things and gluing them down. You saw me add foam to the back of my photo. This snowflake I'm going to cut in half so that I can use the other half somewhere else. I left the edge of this torn paper kind of sticking. I didn't glue it down all the way so I could add a few things underneath it. And then I went back when I was stitching some of my like enamel dots there, and some of those little rose gold star snowflakes came off the page, so I knew that they were having a hard time sticking on my mixed media, so I went through and glued them down with some liquid glue. So I thought I'm pretty much finished with this page. I just add a few more bits here. So what should I do here? I decided that I needed to add some glue to my letters because they weren't sticking, and I dropped the Y on my paper, and it had glue on it, or on my photo. And when I print my photos at home, and I use the HP photo paper, and the liquid glue turns it a little bit pink for some reason. I don't know why. So you'll see on my photo there, kind of in the middle to the right of the heart, it's a little bit pink where that Y landed. I mean, Somebody looking at it probably won't notice it, but ugh, I was so mad. Good thing I do a voiceover and you didn't actually hear the things I uttered when I dropped that on my page. But yeah, I won't go back and print another photo because it is what it is. So it's gonna stay like that. It'll be a story to tell if anybody asks. Okay, gluing on a few last bits here. I love this little die cut. It says family time. It's perfect. Okay, so I decided to add just a few tiny more elements because I thought, you know what, I need something, just something a little bit more detail, subtle detail. And so this stamp set came in one of the kits, the Hip Kit clubs that month, December. And so I just took a light blue ink and some of these teeny tiny snowflake stamps, and I'm going to stamp a few blue snowflakes around the page. I do go back in and add a date above the word family time. I put the date right on the yellow snowflake on the back there. I draw some lines for journaling. So I draw my lines with a white pen. You probably can't see them. Or maybe you can kind of make them out there. And then I just kind of journal over the top. And I think that's it. Yep. So there's the final product. So I love how this came out. I love the feel. It kind of has that like warm fireplace tones, like with the orange and the yellow, but then the blue, chilly snow colors. So I love the feeling that has. Yeah, and the mixed media, the stitching, and these die cuts are really cute. I loved working with this color palette. What a really pretty kit from Hip Kit Club. So that is it for this page. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and I'll see you very soon with another page. Stay scrappy.